For joining us, everybody. We appreciate your time being here today. It is time for our segment on all things horticulture. It's time to get into a little bit more about gardening, how to achieve green thumb status, and how to better take care of those plants. And we've got Donna Aufdenberg with us. She is a field specialist in horticulture with the University of Missouri Extension Office. Donna, how are you today?
I'm great, enjoying the beautiful weather. It's a little warm out there, but it's the sun shining, so that's a great thing.
Absolutely, absolutely. We are, yeah, certainly glad for the, at least as of this morning walking in, it was a little bit cooler. I don't know if it's held that way, but we shall see. But yeah, we're glad to be here, glad to be talking with you about some of those heat concerns, conditions, to get into how to take care of plants, how to take care of during the heat. Now, whenever taking a look at whether it's your gardens, your flower beds, that sort of thing, we talked a little bit last time about some of those conditions of trying to keep enough balance between shade and light. Can you tell us again just a little bit more about what considerations need to be made as far as that balance between the shade and direct sunlight?
When we're in the middle of summer, the sun can be unbearable for us as well as it can be for the plants. And so it's always good to remember to put shade plants in shade and sun plants with sun. And also, if we do get some really high temperatures, it's always good to try to shade them a little so that they don't get a lot of sun scorch and they don't tend to dry out as bad. But it's always good to try to keep them with adequate moisture also.
Absolutely. And so, yeah, okay, so yeah, just to take it there from, like all those concerns, as you were saying, about taking care and making sure that what wet soil and hydrated soil looks like, right? That's part of the consideration, as well as just making sure that there's enough shade and all those sorts of things contributing, right?
Right. So the key is learning what moisture level is in the ground, because it could be wet on top and dry underneath, or it can be dry on top and wet underneath. And so it's important to learn what the moisture status is for your garden or your raised bed or even your containers.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. As we look at that and we kind of consider the need to pay attention and to watch these plans and make sure that they are well taken care of. Do things like fertilization play into how they adjust to the heat, or is that something separate as far as their hardiness, I guess?
That's a great question, because it's something I think a lot of us fail to realize is when plants are in a very hot situation or even a droughty situation, as we've been in the last several weeks, the plant's already stressed, and adding more fertilizer would be even more of a stressful situation. So when we are in high heat or we are in a droughty time, try not to fertilize, try not to work the soil, try not to do anything that might cause a plant to be stressing more.
All right, that's good to know. Certainly, as I imagine people would think, well, just more fertilization means better health, but in that case doesn't necessarily mean so. So yeah, as we then kind of consider these different items, of course, when it comes to making sure the plants are hydrated, is there a level to which that the combination of hydration and the heat harms it? What kind of considerations need to be made there as far as the level of watering in conjunction with the heat?
You wouldn't want to water when we're at peak heat. Like, for example, you wouldn't want to water at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I would definitely try to water earlier in the day, or probably no later than about 5 o'clock in the evening. And a lot of that has to do with those temperatures are so hot and you have water sitting on the leaves, it might cause some issues there. As far as, that hot heat, offering just a little bit of shade, whether it's an umbrella that you expand and set next to the plant, or whether it's, a good chunk of straw set on top of the tomato cages. I mean, there's just a lot to that. And then, just trying to watch how you're watering and how you're treating the plants.
All right, absolutely. Anything else today to mention before we wrap up?
I think hopefully we'll get some rain soon, and we'll be delivered a little bit from the drought situation that we seem to be progressing in, and hopefully our plants can just hold on until we get a good shower or two.
Absolutely. All right, Donna Aufdenberg, field specialist in horticulture with the University of Missouri Extension. Donna, thank you so much for being here today. Appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.
All right, joining us as well. We appreciate you spending the time here with us. We're going to be back again here later today. We've got 5:30 as we've got our Money Talks program with David Yaskevich. Be back with us then, and we'll discuss your money headlines, all things economic with him, and we'll be back just around